Hello, everybody, and welcome to another presentation from the Real South Africa. As you see, we are on the road as we always are. And of course, we would love for you guys to come out and take the road trip with us. Now, as you see, we're going through a little town in Mpumalanga called Nelspruit. Nice little town. It's not so small, not so big. It's kind of just right, as some people would absolutely say. This road trip, as you look to the left, you will see some great scenery, and of course, if you look to the right, you will see a passing car, but also you will see the scenery as well. I like to look up at the sky as well. As you see, it's kind of an overcast day, but hey, this is South Africa, and we know what that means. It doesn't matter. It's always going to be a wonderful day in sunny South Africa. Now we have actually reached the town itself, which again, it's pretty built up, has a lot of amenities, a lot of features. It's a very modern town. You have some of the best cars here. And when I say cars, if you sometimes as you're riding with us, you look to the right and you see an Audi dealership. You look to the left, you see a BMW dealership. There's so many car dealerships, so many options for you. So like I said, Nelspruit pretty much has everything that you would actually want in a city, but without having the big city feel. I've found out that it's kind of like a tourist spot as well. There's a lot to do within the city. Like I said, you have access to Kruger National Park from here. They say that this town is the gateway to Kruger. So also too, they say if you look to the right, you see your little Audi dealership, which I had mentioned before. And of course, you know, all the normal brands that you're going to find here in South Africa, but you just don't have all the traffic that you would normally have like you would in Johannesburg or Cape Town or even in Durban. They also have their own airport, so you can fly in from other cities and, of course, you know, have dinner in Nelspruit. I think when I arrived here, I was a little amazed because I actually seen it before on TV, and of course I read a little bit about it, didn't know what to expect, and then of course driving down from other parts of Mpumalanga coming here is like, oh wow, it's like an oasis. Everything, like I said, you need is here. Proper restaurants, proper stores, and if you have a home here, all the home goods are here. Furniture. Whatever you're looking for is in this town of Nelspruit. I would also say to you, as a tourist, you know, especially those that are in South Africa, come, leave your area, come, go somewhere else, you know, spend time, meet other people, and of course those that are coming in from America, I would say the South Africans need somebody to play with. They need friends. And again, they would love for you to come to their town so they can show you what's going on. So again, in Mpumalanga, Nelspruit is on the menu. So if you decide that you want to come here, just let us know. All we're going to do is we're going to put together a nice package. A lot of it's going to be some outdoor stuff, but of course, there's always some nightlife going on in this town as well for those who are young and so forth. So there's a lot going on for you in this city, and as you see, we're just driving through and just taking it in all the scenes and so forth. But for those that are not in this country, this is Africa. The roads are paved, looking real nice. Got little lights for the street lights at night. I mean, you can't beat it. But if you have any questions, you can always reach out to us at info@therealsouthafrica.com, and that's our email. But if you want to go to our website, then I would say our website is therealsouthafrica.com. Just kind of go through it. We do have a tab for it. Mpumalanga has a video, kind of breaks down everything for you. And then of course we do have packages that are already set up. We have 6-day packages for Mpumalanga, and of course which will include Nelspruit. And then we also have 10-day packages as well. And like I mentioned to you before, Kruger National Park is really close by, and people need to realize that Kruger is massive. It's probably about the size of Rhode Island. in the United States. And on the right, that you probably didn't notice, but that was a hospital. So again, all the infrastructure that you would expect is here in this town, in this city. And like I said, it's kind of like the jewel of this side of Mpumalanga. I think they also say this is the gateway to Mpumalanga as well, the province. I've noticed just riding through, and of course spending some time, that they do have a lot of tourist attractions within the city as well. You know, like I said, you get an opportunity to meet different people, people from different provinces if you are South African, and of course if you're coming from the United States or any other part of the world, you'll be meeting these people for the very first time. So come and discover what South Africa is all about. It's more than just Johannesburg, which is nice. It's more than just Durban, which if you want to go to the beach, hang out, do your thing, that's an option. And it's more than just Cape Town, which is absolutely probably one of the most beautiful places that you can possibly be. And of course, down there they have penguins. So this again is off the beaten path. If you look to your right, there's a shopping center, which I would shop right. For those that are in the U.S., they sell all your your food, anything that you want, from your Rice Krispies to your Hellmann's mayonnaise is all in there, and of course the beef is always good. But again, if you have any questions, like I said, we would love to, we always read what's in the comments in the bottom. So if you have any comments about this location, or you're just interested, saying, hey, you know what, I'm not a big city person, but I really like the size of this town and so forth, then again, send us a message and we will reply to you. And like I said, if you're interested in coming on a visit, we can definitely make that for you. But it was really fun, just for the actual first time riding through the city and just seeing what's here, seeing what's available. And I also saw earlier they had a news cafe, which is really nice. I like the food there. And of course, later on, it turns to a little bit of nightlife action. If you like to, sit back and enjoy yourself, listen to some good music, listen to some gone music, listen to some South African house music, it's all here. And of course, everybody's friendly. So of course, you'll be making new friends. You get the opportunity to drink one of my favorite beers, Castle Light. Of course, there's others, but that's the one that I can easily get to, and it's easy to drink, and it doesn't do too much to you. Let's just say that. But eventually, we're going to go up here. We're going to go to our accommodations and just check in, and then from there, we're going to leave there, and we're going to go to a place. Is what we call the mall. The mall is awesome here. Most major cities here in South Africa have beautiful malls, and we're going to go ahead and go there now. Stay tuned. Look at us. We done got cleaned up, and we just decided to just say, you know what? Let me go check out the mall. Let me see what they got. Let me see what's set up. And obviously, there's a big play area for the kids. They love to do their thing. But malls here in South Africa is almost like the hub of pretty much everything. If you want to go to the movies, you can. On the side to the left, you saw it was the movies that said SK. And I used to mess up that word completely. It's Ster-Kinekor, but I used to say Ster-Kineker. I used to say every other word but Ster-Kinekor. But I guess that's just the American, coming out in me. I know in the U.S. malls are closing down and everything is going online, but malls are very vibrant here. This is where you come to meet people. This is where you come to, buy that brand new whatever you need. You come to the mall. And then another thing that you can also do, which I like, is the simple fact that all the banking is in the mall as well. So Here in South Africa, they use the ATMs heavily. They really don't really go inside the bank, even though the bank is available for you to go into. Everything is done at the ATM, which I think is pretty progressive. And then of course the rest of it is done on your phone. And like I said, you will always see stores like Vodacom here in South Africa. That is like your Verizon or AT&T in the United States. That's one of the main cell services. There's about 4 others, but that's like the main one. One thing that you will realize too when you walk through the mall, you will see like shoe stores, you will see like sports stores. You will get some of the same things you'll find in the U.S., but guess what? There are things that are exclusive to South Africa. Even though South Africans are like, well, that's just a normal shoe. You couldn't get that same shoe in the United States. So when you do come here on a trip, and we highly suggest that you come to South Africa on a trip, then I would say you can get stuff that's only exclusive to South Africa. And that Queen's Park store, I don't think that's in the United States at all. But you can get that brand here. And it's a pretty sought after brand. Again, as we go to the mall, like I said, eventually you can go sit down and grab you something to eat. You can, they have, all the entertainment is normally at the mall or right around the mall. So again, I would like to know what you think of this mall here in Nelspruit. If you can, like I said, just leave some comments. Just say, hey, it's clean, or they got a nice coffee shop, or something that you've seen. For those in the U.S., you can rewind this and just kind of, and maybe expand your screen or shoot it to your 75-inch TV, because I know you got one. And then you can, just kind of give us your idea of what you think South Africa is. I know for a lot of you guys, it's never what you expected. You probably had an idea, like I did, before I decided to come to South Africa, or come to Africa in general, what it actually was. And then of course spending time here and being very fortunate enough to be allowed to travel this country and spend time here in this country, it has literally just blown my mind that these places actually do exist. And that sounds condescending a little bit, but I'm actually really talking to those who didn't believe that this exists. A lot of us on the U.S. side don't get exposed to what's really going on in the real South Africa. And so that's why we put this out. So, and again, you South Africans, if you see an American in the group, go ahead and chat with them. And like I said, maybe you can, make a friend. But I would say this mall here it rivals the mall in the north and maybe other malls. Of course, there's always a debate over which is better and so forth. But again, this is normally the mall would be a little bit more packed, but this is under COVID conditions, so everybody's social distancing. If you notice, most people, everyone is wearing a mask regardless of their situation. And that store in the back called Game is a great store. It's kind of like a Target in the U.S. And of course, Telecom over here, that's a cellular phone store. And then of course you can get your fiber or your internet for your house there as well. Just got to go inside and order. But I do like Game because they have some of everything in that store. And of course, the day that I decided to come to the mall, the escalator wasn't working. Sad. But like I said, it's a great play area for the kids. And of course, that's the movie. The movies there. The movies are very inexpensive here in South Africa. Tickets are like $5, maybe $6. And then you can go into a prestige area, which is even nicer. But this is what they call a ster-kiniko. If I say it wrong, South Africans, go ahead and correct me. And SK ster-kiniko. Of course, eventually after walking around through the mall the whole time, spending time with your friends and meeting up with new people and things along that line, you get hungry. So there's several locations to sit. You can play with your kids outside, or you can go and have a seat, sit down, relax. They have several different restaurants You know, they got high-end restaurants, and they got one of my favorites, Rocco Mama's. You know, you can go there and get you some wings, get you a smash burger, relax, you know, with your friends, get you a beer, and just think about what you're going to do later on that day. And of course, this is great. Hello everyone, this is Mark Blanton from the Real South Africa, and we also have
Latasha Blanton from the Real South Africa.
And we just wanted to come to you. We're currently in Mpumalanga, we're in Nelspruit, and we're just still doing some exploration around the country. And again, it's an absolutely beautiful country, beautiful province, and it's just absolutely so much to see. I think anyone who's either from the U.S. or South African
Absolutely.
should probably visit. Tell me why.
You should come simply because not only does the country have landscapes that fit all of your needs, the drive throughout this country has been amazing. Some of the things you're able to see, I promise you, are breathtaking, and I am almost sad that I wasn't able to video all the things my eyeballs were able to see, but we did get a lot. You will see a lot of the drive that we were able to take trying to get here from Gauteng, but I'm telling you, South African, American, this country is exactly the place where you want to be. The weather's amazing today.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it just makes you feel good when you have that nice South African sun kind of hit your face every day.
Yeah, exactly. So, like I said, we do encourage, you guys, we put this stuff together for you guys. We do encourage you to come visit, even if you're, in another province like Limpopo or which is next door, obviously.
Yeah.
Right now, where we're situated, we're not too far from Mozambique. Not far at all, believe it or not. So, of course, you can always cross the borders, but let's stay on this side,
It's
nice.
It's nice over here.
Absolutely. So, let's just think about that. Like I said, just domestic travel space that we have for us here in South Africa. You will see that we're running across a lot of people that are like, hey, this is my first time actually being here, and they've been in this country for their whole life. It's amazing. And then of course we have ran across some Americans that are exploring for the first time, and their sentiment is, why has it taken me so long to get here? Like what was really holding me back? And the answer to that is nothing. But however, as you already know, we do tourism, we do travel here into the country. So anything that you want to do here, we can source it. We also got packages that we put together that are really nice, that if you come, just enjoy the package the way it is. You will be like, wow, when you leave, you'll be thanking us, saying, I would have never had this experience trying to figure it out myself. Only thing you got to be able to do is be able to jump in a car, go ride, hey, where am I eating? Don't worry about it. What else?
Besides the fact that everything's put together for you, the one thing I always tell people is that you do not want to be in this country winging it. And I don't mean that negatively. I'm just saying there's just so much to see. If you waste time trying to figure it out, you're going to miss so much, which is why we take the time to visit places for you, kind of have a conversation with you. Those of you that we've talked to, you understand exactly what we try to do to make sure that when we put our packages together, that all you have to do is get here. We take care of the rest, because I need you to know that when you spend 6, 10, 13 days in this country, that your time is maxed out, your experience is jam-packed with things that you want to do, so that you can see as much of this country as you can in that short span of time, because it is a short span of time. But we try to encourage you to come on your first visit. You're going to come back again because there's so much to see. We're still learning. That's part of the beauty of what we do. So just allow us to do it for you, so that when you come here, you can just relax, hop in a car, and enjoy the country as much as we do every single day living here. Exactly.
Now, one thing we want to bring to you guys, especially those who are looking at repatriating back here, look, you can't really skip steps. I'm not trying to be funny, but you really do need to come here on a visit. Don't come sight unseen. Don't get too involved in your internet searches to figure that you can actually do this. I'm not saying you can't, but everyone that I know that's an expat that lives here as an American, they've all said the answers are the same. They come here on a visit. They visit multiple times. Then they figure it out and they say, you know what? I'm committed. I'm not straddling the fence with trying to stay in America, trying to spend 50-50 time in South Africa and 50% of your time in America. Eventually, you got to make that true transition. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is come here on a visit, and we take care of that for you. We do take care of it. Make sure you come, see everything you need to see, meet the people, and unfortunately, the best way to understand South Africa is to meet the people.
Absolutely.
You must meet the people.
Yeah.
You will see even in the comments, or even for this video, there's a bunch of South Africans. Start a conversation.
Absolutely.
Start a dialogue. They'll be more than happy to talk to you because they are very proud of their country. If you've never been here before, I get it, but they are very proud of their country.
And they want you to come and visit. So we want you to come and visit. Along the lines of repatriation, I will say again, you have to come on a visit. I'm not saying you can't think about moving after your first visit. That's fine. We did the same thing, but we also came back multiple times and made a plan. We also have information for you to make that plan properly. You cannot skip steps. It is a process. This country has their own process. You have to go through their process. So don't think that because quote unquote you're an American or from the UK or whatever that you can skip any steps. There's a process for a reason. You are an immigrant. You are a foreigner until you actually get here and do all the things right. And you don't want to put yourself in a situation to where you become an undesirable. That is something that is hard to battle. So just trust us when we tell you there is a proper way to get to South Africa. And we are more than happy to help you do it. And it all starts with your first visit. So you know how to find us. info@therealsouthafrica.com. We'll start the conversation. You can schedule a call. We'll get your package together, and then we'll get you here, and then we'll show you South Africa the best way we know how.
Properly. All right.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today. If you like what you saw, please subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notifications button so you don't miss out on all things The Real South Africa. Thanks again.